Welcome to May's Lug Life. I'm May, and this is my first impression video of the Peekaboo Sweater Fleece Tunic Hoodie. Okay, so I know this has been out for a while, and it's been out, I think they launched it on Lug Live initially, and because I don't watch the Lug Live shows, I never actually saw the launch, I actually didn't even know that they had launched this product at all. Somehow I missed it completely. Sometimes I at least know that it had launched, but I don't actually really look at it. Somehow I didn't even know that they had launched this. So obviously it was one of the days I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, I did notice one of the hosts one day when I did tune in for something else, and she was wearing a funny sort of thing with a little ruffle on the elbow, and I thought, oh, that's an interesting piece, not realizing that it was a lug piece. So anyways, it is interesting that Lug has released so many different items, considering this is their first attempt at apparel. So I kind of thought, their first attempt they'd maybe launch like 3 or 4 different items just to test the waters, and see what the reception was going to be. But they've launched a lot of stuff. So between the pajamas, the 2 pieces, the separates, the leggings, and now the tunics, it is interesting that they really have come up with a lot of things pretty quickly for their initial apparel launch. So now like I said, I have not seen this at all. So I'm just looking at the price right off. $69 Canadian is a fair bit of money. Now, I'm looking and I'm thinking, okay, it is a lot, but it is kind of a unique product. It's not simply a hoodie where, the hoodie sweater just sort of ends at your hip or ends at your waist. It does actually go down a fair ways because it's a tunic. So I do appreciate that the few things that Lug has sort of launched are kind of unique. I think this is probably one of the more unique ones. I think the tunics that they've come out with are the most unique ones, which I really kind of like, because you know what? Sometimes you just want some coverage. The one thing I really, as I've gotten older, really hate is when, shirts are just too short. It seems like shirts are getting shorter and shorter. Sweatshirts are also getting shorter. And, it works if you're 21 and you have no hips and you have no extra body fat. But once you get past a certain age, those things just don't work anymore. And so I'm really glad to see these things being long enough that you're guaranteed to cover, the things you want to cover. So $69, though expensive, is kind of not insane, I guess, just because it's such a unique item. So anyways, that being said, let's take a look at the colors and see if these are anything that maybe I'm willing to pay $69 for. So first off, you can see right here, this is the Flourish Blue. Now, wouldn't it be cool if they had made all of these things with an actual, liner? So, if the outside is this and you look inside the pocket, or you look inside the hoodie and it's that, dragonfly multi-print, to me, that would just send these things right over the top, because we know most clothing doesn't have an interior. But how cool would it be if Lug were to do what they do with their bags? Because most bags, you look in, it's just whatever. It's a color or whatever. No one cares. But the reason, at least for me, a big reason why I love Lug is that when I look inside those pockets and I look inside the bag, the zippers, I can see a lining. I can see another whole print that is just as cool as the outside print or outside color, and it makes me happy. So would it not be so cool to be able to, when you go, tuck this thing inside out, or you're putting your arm in, you look inside and you're like, oh my gosh, look at this lovely print. Or when you reach into your pocket, you can see there's another print. I think that would be so cool. So anyways, I know obviously that's going to cost more, but you know what? It's the little details. And certainly, we know there has to be some kind of lining on some of these things. There has to be an interior fabric for some things. And if they can make them a fun print, another fun sort of complementary Lug print, I just think that would just send it, like I said, over the top. So anyway, so the Flourish Blue, I do like it, but I feel like now that I know that this thing doesn't have a dragonfly lining, I may not like it quite as much. Because, oh, is it ribbed? Hang on, whoa, let's go back. This looks very ribbed, no? So it said fleece, but this looks very ribbed. Can you see the little lines? There's tiny little lines there. So it almost looks like a corduroy. or like a knitted something or other. Anyways, that's something I didn't expect because it did say fleece. So I'm wondering if it's that fabric on the outside and then there's fleece on the inside. Anyway, so now, if you have hips, this probably, I'd like to know how this sits on you if you actually have, like, you know, hips and you know, I don't know, what's like a muffin top? let's say. I don't know how long this would come down. I'm hoping they've got pictures of a larger person so I can see what this would look like on someone who's not 22 and a size 4. So, anyways, it is cute though. It is actually quite cute. Let's go. Okay, there we go. And she's got the leggings on, so there we go. It's good to see them sort of out and about. Yeah, that fabric just doesn't look like fleece. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? It said fleece, but I guess it's just fleece on the inside. So this looks, well, I don't think it's been a fabric they've come up with yet, but it looks like it's a stretchy, sort of smooth nylon kind of thing on the outside. And then I guess it's just warm on the inside, which is kind of interesting to know because then you can really pick up that print so that the finer details you wouldn't be able to see if it was true fleece because it would just get all fuzzy now that I think about it. So it makes sense that they're going to come up with a different fabric so you can really, really get a sense of the fine little details in that print. Like you can get all the shading, you can get all the tiny leaves and stuff. And if it were fleece, it would just be, I think it would be kind of weird. And you'd have to probably make the print, you'd have to blow up the print a little bit more so that you would lose the detail, and just have, you know, a larger print of it so you wouldn't lose all the detail in the fuzz. So anyways, okay, so this is better to have someone a little bit larger so that you can see what it would look like on someone, you know, who's not, like I said, a size 4. Really big pocket in the front, which is really great. I don't know. Yeah, so there's no seam, so it looks like it's just a regular sort of, what are they called, like a kangaroo pocket, so it goes all the way through from one side to the other. The only thing I have to tell you is I'm not sure if I really like the little ruffle on the elbow. I don't know what that does. I don't think it enhances it any. I guess it just gives it a softer, more feminine look, but it doesn't really... Ooh, I like that color. That color looks so good. It looks so good on her. And even with the blue leggings, so... Okay, you know what? That olive green is looking pretty attractive. Yeah, I don't like the ruffle around the elbow. It's weird. Am I crazy? Like, does that just look odd? Especially that picture. It just looks so weird. It's like little tutus for your elbows. In that picture anyway. They just look like weird little tutus for your elbows. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would need that. And I feel almost too, like, there's an extra seam there that might just bother you for no reason. Instead of having a nice smooth sleeve, you now have this seam that might, you know, kind of bother you when you put your elbow down. You'll have a seam digging into your elbow instead of just a nice, whatever, sleeve, a nice smooth sleeve. Oh, wait 1 second. Is that a lip balm pocket? Holy crapola. That is an absolute bloody game changer. Okay, so look, I'm definitely into, like, I'm definitely a bit of a lip balm addict. I have to have lip balm on me at all times. And I have one that lives on my desk. I have one in my purse. I have one next to my bed. Nothing makes me more angry than when I don't have lip balm on. So there was that really early time right after 9/11 when we weren't allowed to carry any kind of toiletries or whatever on planes, and I happened to be flying, you know, during that time, that year right after, and they hadn't quite figured out that we can take 100 milliliters of stuff yet. That really, 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 really early time right after. I had to fly for 7 hours somewhere, and I wasn't allowed to take my lip balm on, and I almost took the plane down myself because I was so upset and so cranky, and I was ready to land so that I could put lip balm on. It was so awful. So, and I didn't realize I was such an addict until that flight. I knew that I liked having it around me and I always had put it on, but I didn't know that I was an absolute addict until that flight. And then when I was snippy and it was pissed, and I was constantly just, you know, licking my lips, and I mean, honestly, it was the worst flight of all time because I was so not prepared for how much of a dependency I had on lip balm. So the fact that there's a pocket already in this thing is awesome, because then you can put your lip balm in there. But you know what? I have had many a lip balm get lost in my home because of a pocket that was too big, and it, like, if I sat down, if I moved and it just sort of poured out, I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't find it for like 2 months later. It would be stuck like in between a thing or under a something, or it rolled into some weird spot. So if there actually is a tiny little place that you can put that where it's not going to spill out just because you're leaning back, or or you're lying down on the couch, game changer. I may have to buy this simply for the lip balm pocket alone. Just saying. This is, by the way, why I love Lug, because they think of silly little things like a lip balm pocket. If that is what it is, which I think it is, so you can put, like, you know, whatever, your tissues and your phone and your, I don't know, energy bar or whatever in the big pocket, and it looks like the little guy there for your lip balm so it doesn't get lost. Oh, okay, suddenly it's worth the $69. You know what? I may just have to get it just for the lip balm pocket. All right, so it looks like they're all hugging each other. Okay, so I don't think those were the best colors to put together. Usually when they do this, they really get some, like, complementary colors that look really nice together. These four don't work together. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, no, I don't think those four go together either. I think there are other combinations that it could have come up with, but at least this one you can really see each one individually. But yeah, yeah. So okay, I'm kind of liking the olive green. That's the one I'm really, really enjoying. I don't think I look good in olive green, as a general rule, but I like it the best. I think it's the one that I would leave the house in, because I think the rest are a little bit too much, at least for me. And yeah, it's like a nice neutral color, and it does match a lot of the things that I wear. So I think if I'm gonna choose one, I'm gonna maybe get the olive green, but I'm not sure about that little ruffle in the elbow. Although, you know what, the lip balm pocket, if that is what it is, will make up for that, in a million times. So, and then the black is always, I guess, a safe way to go. So it looks like that is the set of them. Okay, so that's the flourish. By the way, did the flourish not even make the little scene that we saw? I think we did. Okay, so that's the flourish. Butterfly gray. They really made that bigger, didn't they? They made the butterflies a lot bigger for this one. Okay. Yeah, so not as clear on this one. You can't see the print quite as clearly on that one. It seems to work on the flourish blue, but it doesn't quite work on the butterfly. Okay, sorry. I thought I heard something like someone had spilled some water, and it's just my cat drinking, and it freaked me out. I don't know why. Okay, let's see here. Let's look at this. You know what? The black is fine. I might get the black, but it's just so, I don't know, just so boring. Yeah, I think I might, if I was going to get one, I think I'm going to get the green. Interesting too that there's no drawstring on the hoodie, so you can't pull that, can't really like cinch that down. At least it doesn't look like there is. So, okay. And then the, crimson large dot, which I do like. I just don't think I'd wear that outside. It's just a bit too bright for me, and it doesn't go with anything, although I do like this print on a lot of things that match it. But unless I was like going to Disney, I don't think I would go for this one. So yes, okay, so I can really see this now. This is the only time I've seen this so far. So you can actually see the fleece on the inside. So it's really warm on the inside, but not on the outside. I think it's a little bit cooler on the outside. Now, for me, that's a little bit of a problem right now. I am perimenopausal, so to have a cooler fabric on the outside and a hotter fabric on the inside would probably kill me. These days, I mean, it's winter here, and I'm still wearing like tank tops and short pants because I'm so hot all the time. And I think, unfortunately, as much as I love this, I do like this color a lot. I think I might melt. I think I would not do well after a while. So, which is an unfortunate thing. I actually do really like warm, cozy, soft, wintry clothing. And to know that I will not be able to wear that until this all calms down and stops, that's actually pretty cute. I don't think I'd wear it out unless I was like walking a dog or something, but it is very cute. And yeah, so I just kind of figure I really can't buy any fleece anythings anymore, because if I do, I will just melt, and that would be the end of me. Or I would kill someone, because I would be so upset, because I'd be so, hot and bothered, for lack of a better expression. So, anyways, that just looked terrible. It's not my favorite print. It still doesn't, it doesn't tell me I should be like serene at all. There's nothing about that is serene. To me, yeah, that freaks me out. It does look like something that would make me more anxious. So Serenity Rose is an odd name for that. But yeah, I kind of understand. Like, it's kind of cool. It's a cool print. It's just not, it's not serene in any way for me at all. And the last one here, the Wildlife Black, which I think would be kind of cute. Okay, it's not terrible. You can't really see the details too well, but it's good. Like, it's like you don't lose the detail, so that's actually pretty good. I was a little bit worried that you wouldn't see faces, but you actually can. So yeah. So yeah. I don't know if this is what I'm going to get, only because if there's only one color, and I don't know if I can wear this without dying. And I would have to wait for a better sale, because $69 is a good price. It's reasonable, but I'm not paying full price. I'm sorry. Now, I do still have my $100 gift card for apparel that I got in the, what was it, the Christmas box, the winter box, that I still have, and I can use that towards this. But I think I'd rather get I want my money's worth. So I feel like I'm not going to spend full price and use up, $80 worth of, or whatever, $70 worth of my card. So I'm going to wait for a sale. And it has to be a really good one, and then I might consider it. But anyways, I still think at this point now, I think we're just going to wait for the cooler, more summery line to come out. So anyways, let's just read. I guess I forgot, I haven't read this yet. So, make hoodie season, which I guess will be over by the time I, decide to buy this. More comfortable than ever. Peekaboo sweater, fleece, tunic hoodie, has a few really cute details, including the ruffles on the sleeve and a hidden pocket inside the one you can already see. That was awkwardly worded. Okay. Okay. So, all right. Fabrication. Look at this. This is the first time we've actually seen this logo show up here on the website. I still don't quite know what it is. It doesn't seem to mention what exactly it is. It just says Lug Color Joy Wander. So is that the name of the fabric? So it says fabrication, Lug Color Joy. So I still don't know what it is, but it says printed sweater, fleece, 100% polyester. So unlike some of the other things that we've seen in the apparel line, all the other ones say like delicate wash, and it's like a mix. So this one doesn't have a stretch to it. It doesn't look like it's just polyester. So it doesn't look like there's any stretch, unlike the other ones that have a little bit of, like there's a little bit of elastic in the fibers. This one doesn't. So I guess it's not going to have as much sort of give. So it's not going to be it's not going to move with your body quite as well. So I don't know. Because of that, because it doesn't have stretch, I'm a little less excited about it, because that is the one thing that I have learned, that if fabric, at this point in my life now, I think when I was younger, I was totally fine with wearing really skin tight things that had no stretch, because I was whatever. I was a size 4, and it didn't matter because I could fit in anything. Nowadays, I got a lot of extra junk, and I move. Everything hurts more when I move, so I don't want my fabrics to restrict my movement, and I don't want to feel restricted by the fabrics because it's cinching here and bulging there. I just kind of want it to move with the curves. So, anyways, I would like to have, I'd like to try this, like to feel what this feels like before I maybe jump in and buy it, which is so too bad, because that is the one thing that I kind of regret about having Lug come up with so much clothing, is that I don't know how often I'm really feel comfortable buying it, just because I can't try it on first. I would love to feel what this feels like on. I want to put it in my hands. I want to run my, I want to put it on and feel what the seams feel like, and, bend over and, reach up and lift things and see how it moves. So, So I don't know. I still want to know more about this Lug Color Joy Wander. Is that just this type of fabric? Is this fabric called the Wander? Anyway, so that's still weirdly mysterious. And it does say large kangaroo pocket with hidden interior pocket. By the way, I'd love to know the size of that interior pocket. They didn't really show it very well. Anyways, so gentle cycle still. So it's the care is the same. So they want you to put in the gentle cycle, and low tumble dry. So it's not one of those just, wash it, toss it in the dryer and like let it, bake and then take it out, which sometimes I kind of like because it just means I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to, watch it and take it out at the right time and hang it or whatever. So, there's no video. So anyways, so there we go. I would like to have one of these. I think the green would look kind of cool, but because the fabric doesn't have stretch and because I don't know this fabric at all, at least if it's fleece, I can sort of go, okay, I know what fleece is, but the fact that it has no stretch worries me a fair bit. So, and also, yeah, it's still fleece, which means I will bake. So I'm a little hesitant, but if there's like, I don't know, if there's like a half price sale, I might do it. So for, $35 is still a lot of money Canadian, but I might still cough it up because it's not a lot for what this is, if that makes any sense. But anyway, so yeah. So I'm waiting for like a much deeper sale. Much deeper, there's no sale. For a deep sale, before I dive in and get this. So actually, I guess, let me see. Do they even have, like, how do I do this? Like when I click on the green, does it tell me? Yeah, so so that looks like they have all the colors and all the sizes still, right? Like if I click on this, they'll probably gray out if there's like a color that has like sizes missing, right? So it looks like they have all the colors in all the sizes. None of the sizes have been grayed out. So I guess I could find out and see how much stock they actually have. But anyway, so there we go. That is my first impression video of the Peekaboo Sweater Fleece Tunic Hoodie. If you guys have one of these, please let me know, and tell me about the fabric. Tell me how it feels. Does it have a bit of does it have stretch? Does it move well? Is it really hot compared to, say, like other fabrics, like other fleeces? I really want to know because I actually do think I might want this one. There's a really decent chance that I will probably get this one. Like there's a 50-50 chance, whereas the other ones were much lower. Like all the other, sort of garments have been a lot lower. This one is a very unique product, and I just want to know about that pocket on the inside. I'm so dying to find out what that's all about because, a lip balm pocket, man, that just changes everything. So I do want to know more about it. So if you have this and you've been wearing it, please put that in the comments below and let us know what you think. Because I think a lot of us are a little bit nervous about buying clothing online. It's not the same as a bag. It doesn't have to fit your body. It doesn't have to be comfortable. It just has to work. And you can sort of get away with a lot more that doesn't work for you if it's a bag, but when it's clothing, there's no wiggle room, right? So, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.